Our headlines today. More than 7 years after the Grenfell fire, the families of those who died have been told the tower block will be dismantled.
The Conservative leader Kemi Badenoch says she wants to make it harder for migrants to become British citizens.
The parents of 15-year-old Harvey Wilgoose, who was stabbed to death at school in Sheffield on Monday, speak of their devastation.
I said, "Was I'm going to school, Mum, are you proud of me?" And I went, "Yeah," and I followed him out and he went, "Locked door behind me, I love you." That was his last word.
Good morning. The first interest rate cut of the year could be on the way. This lunchtime rate's expected to fall to the lowest level in more than a year and a half. I'll explain why and outline what the impact could be.
Keir Starmer says the government is changing planning rules to make it easier to build nuclear reactors in England and Wales. Ministers hope the reforms will create thousands of highly skilled jobs, but the campaign group Greenpeace has warned the nuclear industry has an unmatched record in delayed and over-budget projects. New figures show that 20% of adults in the UK have either type 2 diabetes or pre-diabetes. The charity Diabetes UK is warning the government that urgent action, better diabetic care, is needed to tackle what's described as a hidden crisis. Thursday morning, let's have a look at some of the papers for you. The front pages, The Times, let's start there, carrying a warning from the head of British counter-terrorism that the harm caused by social media is akin to the cancer caused by smoking. Matt Jukes tells the paper he supports a ban on social media use for under 16s, as is the case in Australia. Let's have a look at The Telegraph, reporting on Conservative leader Kemi Badenoch's immigration proposals, which it says are a response to the electoral threat of Reform UK. Headline there is Tories kick out low-paid migrants.
Many of the papers are focusing on Donald Trump's recent comments on Gaza. The Guardian says the president's proposal to take control of the area and resettle its residents elsewhere has faced global condemnation, which, of course, we've seen from Middle East states. The Daily Mirror focuses on failures by authorities in both the Nottingham attacks of 2023 and last year's Southport killings. Failed by the state is the headline, alongside images of the victims and perpetrators in both cases.
At 6, interest rates are cut to the lowest level for more than 18 months. They're down to 4.5%. More rate cuts could be on the way, but the Bank of England has also slashed its prediction for how much the economy will grow. Also tonight, 3 families tell the BBC they were wrongly advised to abort their unborn babies by an NHS trust. Some families of Grenfell Tower victims express their anger after it emerges the government plans to demolish the tower block. Princess Anne thanks hospital staff who looked after her when she blacked out in an accident on her Gatcombe estate.
Sadly, I don't have huge memories of being in here either, but I just know I was really well looked after, so thank you.
It looks like the dogs do like them. Yes, they do. There you go, there you go.
And can they tell the difference? Testing out a new kind of meat for dogs that has been grown in a laboratory.
The decision is made to dismantle the tower where 72 people died in a fire which tore through the building.
I'm in North Kensington, where the news has been met with mixed reactions by bereaved families and the survivors. We'll be speaking to people across the community.
Angela Rayner's decision, basically, for me, is a desecration of my brother's grave.
I think the people who live around, they are in favour of it.
A lot of people think it should remain as a rebuke to the people responsible.
We are just really disgraced by how they went about this.
You know, remembering that there are ashes, people that died still in that building. It is a grave site still.
We'll hear more of those people's thoughts ahead of the formal announcement expected by the government tomorrow. Also on the programme, cracking down on what they call an industrial-scale crime of mobile phone snatching. We go on a raid with the police. And taking centre stage in the Olympic Park, a home for dance as Sadler's Wells East opens its doors to its new home.